Okay, anyone who knows me well enough knows that this here is going to be a new case, clean up on the front. We can fix that scratches on the front panel, but this is what we call a TriStar 777, and a mate of mine, Rob, from the UK, who now lives here because we're stuck with him, I reckon he would say this is a UK model, but I'm not sure. I have to check with him. But the Bigfoot amplifier, that's got to come off. That's definitely not staying on there. I don't think I've got that powered up at the moment. By the way, we're just using these little, under $100 30 amp power supplies at the moment. I've got them everywhere, and they don't produce any noise or anything. It's bloody brilliant. Anyway, back to this thing. This might be a bit interesting because it kind of has a a low, mid, and high. So obviously you can just keep on going down, 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 and then when you're in mid, you're on your normal 40 channels. So this really doesn't fit the normal sort of stuff, and that there low I'm thinking is 26 megs, but so not quite what I'm into myself, but I've got to say, the fact is so different. And if someone could manage to run it legally, it's a different sort of radio. But I found it in my junk pile. As you can see, it's covered in rubbish. I'm out here looking for a 40 channel switch for a cybernet at the moment. Thanks, Rob, bloody QR. Anyway, and this is the mess I've got to try and go through. There's just bloody bundles of radios. So this one, we're going to try and sort of give it a revamp as well. I'm just finishing the Bengals off at the moment. In between that, I've got a 450 sitting here, which looks like it's all together, but when you suddenly start pulling things a bit, you'll find out that we're waiting parts for bits on this board. And if the owner sees this video, don't despair. I'm sure it'll be all right, hopefully. Anyway, but yeah, look, I mean, we're just jam-packed, and the good news is that all these cars, everything that you see, and there's right over the top, there's another Porsche Turbo, are coming out and going into another shed as of the next few weeks. So all this stuff here that we just haven't got enough room, to get around and get sorted. I mean, there's stuff on the ground, there's stuff on shelves, bits and pieces. And the idea is I want to restore a lot of it for my own collection. But of course, like I don't need 3 GEs or 3 Super Panthers, 2 Apollos. There'll be one of each. So 2 Electrophones, blah, 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 blah. But what I do need, I've got to be honest, is 40 channel switches. If anyone has any Cybernet 40 channel switches, that's the one thing I'm short of for the amount of radios we've got here at the moment. Yeah, so anybody who doesn't feel for me at the moment, you're just heartless. This just has not got any better. We've got to get all these receivers out of here. And each one of them is going to have to go through a full revamp, etc., etc. All the Kenwood and Yaesu, there's the Yaesu FL100B too, and FL200B sitting there. And I actually told someone the other day that I didn't have a 200B, and I'm wrong. There's a 200B sitting out here. But anyway, the FL100B and FR100B are here. I did, but yeah, Frank VK2 BFC just sent me the manual for this, and I went, God, that rings a bell. Anyway, there it is. But yeah, this just goes on and on and on. All these have got brand new stuff in boxes in it. Look, so yeah, guys, if you can just keep a lookout, we'll be doing a big cleanup, and we're going to make sure that we go crazy on, like, if it's a double up, it's not staying. For instance, we'll say that's a bad example. This is the AM brother to the AP801. 40 channel switch at least. That's one less. We're still waiting for the mahogany sides for this one. So we did try this look. I liked it initially. Then it just became a bit too tough for the look, etc., etc. So I got a bit picky about that one. Another 200 series. We've got about 6 or 7 of those. Look at that. The brand new box, which doesn't look so brand new, for the 9R59DS that I couldn't sell the other day. That was a bit crazy, I know, but it just really got to that stage where I thought, no, can't do that. But yeah, so if you're seeing double ups and you're interested in any of the double ups, you need to talk to me, because I'm just sort of panning around and going past a lot of stuff at the moment, and as you can tell, I'm pretty deep into wanting to do quite a few projects, and I definitely want to keep one of each of these. So sort of there may be a limited opportunity to really grab one, sort of what you're looking for. So the sooner I know what you're looking for, I mean, these are all brand new in the box, just about. Oh, there's that 251A. I thought I'd lost that thing. We've also got the FTDX 100 and the FT 100. This is a good example of one where we'll keep both, because they both had different, sort of parts of the era. This liquid paper will come off, pretty easy, thank goodness. In the old days, people loved making marks for their bands, and they didn't realise their equipment actually might be, one day a little bit unique. We're doing a couple of interesting modifications. One of them is going to become a 10 metre 400 watt transceiver, and the other we're going to put back to completely 40 channel CB only. So there you go. And the top one that's 400 watts will not do CB. I'm going to set that up so that it's a complete mod that's limited from 28 to 29.7. Just something I wanted to do as a bit of a mod. But once again, look, there are loads and loads and loads of bits and pieces that we just have got to get to. VK5 MCD, if you're looking, this is the FT 1900s that your young daughter, we're going to send one over to her. So at least we're getting rid of some stuff. But anyway, as I said, if you're seeing something and you want to drop me an email to brenton@posnav.com.au, please do, because quite seriously, it's clean up time. We've got these new sheds going up right now, and they're going to give us a lot of space. What we intend to do is put everything on the floor. If it's Yaesu, there's a Yaesu pile, and there's just going to be a big Yaesu pile so that we can actually find everything Yaesu and go through. And Tiger, so it's 40 channel switch, but it's no good to me, unfortunately. They used a they did one of those little, no good. Okay, well that was a nice thought. But there's a lot of as new stuff in the box, etc. Even the FP stuff, FP200s, FT200s. There's more FP, FT200s, etc. all through here. More and more and more. So they're just all FT200s, FP200s. So that's another 901 series radio just down there. And I think in front of the HR Holden, there's a few more. Some of these we'll restore first before we send out, but there's an FL 2100B, FT901, FT101, I think. Good place to put it, just in front of the car. I'm just jumping over crap just to get to this. The FT101, and that came from an estate out of Wagga. All right, well, that's given you a bit of an idea. A couple of liners, the 40 channel SBE sort of equivalents. 40s, let me check. 40, yep, okay. They feel like 40. Better check those. I reckon they feel like 40s though. If you're seeing anything that you think, hang on, I've been chasing one of those for quite a while. But remember, if you only see one, that really means there's probably a very poor chance of being able to get one. Now, there's a good example. There's the 40 channel sidebander 5 SBE, and I reckon I saw up here, if I remember rightly, on top of all this mess. Let's have a look. What was that one? Oh, jeez. I'm getting old. All right, so we do have two SBE sidebander 4s. That was a 4. Let me just check. The other one was a 4. I just think it was. Oh, geez, hang on, sorry. Sidebander 4. Okay, so that's a good example of, we've got two of them. Whereas, with the Tomcats, Bobcats, all these sort of 23 channel, the early Cheetahs that were out, 23 channel Panthers, all those, no, they probably won't go because they're sort of part of the history, and sort of a no to the Gladiators and the Spartan. Yes to the Cheetahs, we've got a few there, so hopefully that gives you guys an idea just what we've actually got sitting around. It does go on forever, and I think there's more up the front. Oh, you know what, I won't even bother. Okay, this video's been long enough. You get the idea, and hopefully we'll have something that we can start to clean this place out a bit with, because there's still a container or so full of other stuff too, so that is a complete mystery to me. Commercial radios, I've got a number of them we'll just give away, quite seriously, so be ready for that. Okay, this is VK3CM. Cheers, all the best. Catch ya.